Your question was, should you be vulnerable? I 100% agree with what you just said.
Yeah.
Because there was a situation not too long ago, long story short, where I was with a girl and in the beginning, I wasn't vulnerable on purpose.
Yeah.
Because I knew what you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
And like the whole thing was her trying to constantly beat down in my head, like, you treated all these other girls in the past better than me. That's that what it would do. So
let go. Let go.
Just let go. Why
they got to see that side of you, not me. Yeah,
exactly.
I want to see it, baby.
So
let it go.
So eventually, over time, with me having a big heart, I eventually let go. The moment I let go, just completely went from me being in control of the situation to just disrespect.
Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
Like over and over. And it just over time, like it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Even though she was getting the more respect than all the girls that she was claiming she wasn't getting the respect from. Does that make sense? Or,
no, 100%.
Yeah.
And I'll take it a step further.
Right.
Like if it's like a chick that's like kind of masculine or has any type of hood in her and you show weakness, it's even worse.
Yeah.
I would say the problem is it's just going to be like exponentially worse.
Yeah. So when a dog senses fear in you, it comes at you. If there's no fear, it's going to stay away. Actually, I had a story as well. So basically, right, we're at the club. I'm with this chick. Her friend's there. Her man is crying to her. Like, yo, I messed up. I'm sorry. Like, really crying in the club, right? Guess she's emotional, whatever. Might be a little bit drunk. The girl looks at the girl with him and is like cringe, like, ugh. Girl with is like, oh, that's so sweet. Two scenarios here. The girl that he's crying to cringes at it, like, oh, this guy's crying to me in the club.
Yeah.
Weird. The girl I'm with is like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Good point.
Doesn't matter what you think. It's the girl. She might be cool with it, but she might not be cool with it. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's a gamble.
And also keep in mind, girls say they want your emotions until you actually show them your emotions, and they're the ones that are on the receiving end of you crying like a.
Yeah.
They'll watch that in the Notebook, they'll watch it in movies, and they'll think, "Oh my God, that's so amazing." But when it actually happens to them and their security is jeopardized, they're probably not going to react favorably to it.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect example where your girl, who isn't taking a risk, being with this loser, she's able to, sympathize with him. Oh my God, that's so that's so sweet. But the reality is, if she was on the receiving end of his, she would probably feel some type of way about that. Yeah. So I'll turn to.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rome back with another video. New to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. I wanted to go over this video in particular. I've been meaning to chime in on this for a while because I'd imagine most men have probably dealt with this. That's why I tell everybody it's important to stay in your masculine frame, because women, like he said, women will never admit this, man. But the moment you show vulnerability, everything changes. Like, I don't know what it is. I'm like, these women claim that they want you to be more vulnerable, but the moment you open up, it's like the respect is gone, and then all of a sudden, you know what I mean, the situation gets toxic. And I think this is another reason why women prefer bad boys to some degree. But, that always ends up backfiring on them anyway. Now, I wanted to let that play out because after this, he's going to get the women's opinion on the panel. Now, I want you to pay attention to what all the women say on here, all right? Check this out.
Type of way about that. Yeah. So I'll turn to ladies, and you guys agree, disagree? What are your thoughts on that? Anybody?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I don't like emotional men. I agree because the thing is, we look for men for strength. We look for men to lead us and that security. So if a man that's leading us is not secure in his emotions, how do you expect to lead me when, being a woman, our emotions are up and down? So you as a man supposed to, in a sense, straighten us out so we could think in our logical mind, like, hey, toughen up. So if we see you as a man breaking down, it's like, well, if you're breaking down and I'm breaking down, it's like two in a situation. Thanks. So it's like, you get what I'm saying? So we look to men, we like men with that sense of, I wouldn't say fear, but a sense of respect, to say, you know what, he's a great leader. He has his emotions in check. It's admirable to now you could lead me. I'm securing you because you're insecure in yourself and in your emotions. So that's attractive.
Exactly. Yeah. Because
now, in my personal opinion, what she described is what I like to call the true meaning of emotional intelligence. You'll hear women throw this term around all the time, but for them it has a different meaning. Emotional intelligence to women means I want you to be vulnerable when it's, how can I put this? They want you to be vulnerable when it's convenient for them. When men think of emotional intelligence, we think of having your emotions in check. And by having your emotions in check, never letting your emotions make you make irrational decisions. That's what we mean when we say emotional intelligence. And what she just described, she just described that perfectly. Shout out to Shorty on the panel. Let's keep it moving.
Attractive.
Exactly. Yeah. Because when men are emotionless, they can take better decisions and lead better the relationship.
For sure.
So I can give in this occasion, I can talk about myself and my relationship. My man is really emotionless, not trying to be he doesn't say I love you and those kind of stuff, but in every situation,
he's stoic.
Yes.
I was going to say emotionless is like, you can't be emotionless as a human being.
He just doesn't show it. He probably does have emotions. He's human, but he's just stoic. He doesn't wear it on his sleeve. Right. Sorry, but it's fine. We get you. We get you. Let her finish real fast. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, if you want anything.
No, go. I have to write it.
So, damn it.
No,
you were saying that your man is stoic and that you like that.
Yes, and I really appreciate it. But also, since I'm a woman, I'm really emotional too. But also, I appreciate my man's emotions too. So I try to control myself. Sometimes, let's say I had a bad day. Let's say, so I'm stressed out. I'm not gonna come home and be, oh man, I had a bad, horrible day, and be anything he does, I'm just gonna be yelling at him, or no, I'm just gonna control it and be happy with him because he's my happy spot.
Okay, all right. What about you? You had some?
Yeah. So, me personally, that's actually funny you guys mentioned this because I actually broke up. That's one of the reasons why I broke up with the boy I was with, because the
guy from a week ago.
Yeah, he cried for the most dumbest inconvenience. I was like, can I curse?
Yeah, go ahead.
You being I gotta go. I had to go.
In particular,
he had this issue and he started panicking. I was like, you panicking over this? You know what I've been through? You could never live in my shoes, and I can never be with you.
You a bitch.
Yeah, you. So, but it honestly depends on the type of women. There's some women who that's cute because they ain't lived. They don't know what they don't really know what a provider is. Maybe they've never lived with a man, or they don't really know that role. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I completely agree with Myron, like always.
There you go. All right, and she's a hood chick, so I told y'all that she proved my point. The more rough their upbringing, the less tolerance they're gonna have for you being weak. That's just how it goes. You know what I mean? So.
Now, I wanted to chime in after her in particular because her issue is that she is a single mom with the OnlyFans and a high earner at that. So, unfortunately, she's going to run across a lot of men like that. Men that possess the kind of qualities that she really wants. Those men aren't really going to put up with a woman that comes with everything that she's coming with, on top of the upbringing that she had. You know what I mean? I'm like, you're a single mom with an OnlyFans, and you got that hood mentality too. So you kind of like masculine on top of that. You know what I mean? She just happens to be attractive. You know what I mean? But that's unfortunate. But she's gonna run across a lot of men like that because of how she was brought up, her upbringing, and on top of that, what she does for a living, and she's a single mom. See, this is what I mean. those kind of men are what women like her end up coming across all the time, because the kind of men that she really want, they're not going to put up with what she comes with. You know what I mean? So just putting that out there. I'm pretty sure you guys that are watching this probably have noticed that too in your lifetime, I suppose. Let's keep it moving.
How it goes. You know what I mean? So anybody else have anything?
I was just going to say, I feel like it's a yes and no question, because yes, you want your man to have the strength and be the provider and like all that shit. But then at the same time, not being like totally emotionless, where they don't show any emotions, how you were saying, like not to be totally emotionless, because you need that balance of both. And if you want to play that card, then you can play into the like gender roles, like men don't show emotion and like women are the more emotional ones. So I feel like feeding into that, then it just like, I don't know, like you need a balance of both.
I think emotional intelligence, I don't mean to cut you.
No, go ahead. No, bro, go ahead.
I'll just say this. One thing I've learned from that situation over time is having emotional intelligence is very fucking important, because women are emotional creatures.
Right.
So you need to have emotional intelligence to deal with women, period.
Oh yeah.
But as a man, I don't think it's beneficial at all for you to sit there and cry in front of your woman.
Yeah.
At all.
No. I think
not
the important distinction
cry
at
like
all.
that.
No, not cry like that. I'm saying cry at all, because you guys gotta understand. Like she just,
I think she said it.
The man is the superhero.
Right.
The moment you cry and break down in front of her, you just completely destroy that image.
Yeah.
Whether you want to admit that or not, it's gone. And I've seen it happen, like literally with my own eyes.
I think the important distinction to make here is that you can't. I'm not saying don't show your emotions if you're happy or whatever. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But to show emotions of extreme sadness, instability, crying, especially anything that shows an ineptitude, right? Of understanding things, right? Of competence. There we go. So anything that shows incompetence, right? Or a lack thereof, or that's going to hurt you.
Or lack of confidence too.
Yeah, or lack of confidence. So I'm not saying don't be happy when your baby's born. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't be ecstatic when certain things happen or be excited. But what I am saying is that when you're extremely sad or you're in a vulnerable position where you're not able to necessarily provide security, or it may come off that you may not be able to be able to provide security, it's in your best interest in a man to conceal that and keep that to yourself versus a girl. So
it's kind of like
see, and then you got women like that who will still try to push that. Oh no, I want him to, to be the leader and show strength, but I also want him to show weakness. See, women who think like that, I think those are the women that want to be able to control men in some shape or form. And then those end up being the men that get played. This is why I tell you guys, stay in your masculine frame. Because I'm telling you, the moment you don't, that's when she is going to feel like you can't protect her. Because if women are emotional creatures by nature. The moment you start getting emotional like her, she's going to feel like she's in a relationship with another girl, and they don't want that, as much as whether they want to admit it or not. All right, stay in your masculine frame, fellas. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. New to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm, helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments. To the next video, you guys. Deuces.